boards. Are they back? Can we make that comment early?
We're back at the short track.
They're back.
Buescher's going to have to block.
Under 2 to go.
Then he locks up the left front. He's up the racetrack. I bet Joey Logano, where did he come from?
Logano fighting for that second spot now. Hamlin trying to regroup. They're side by side for second. Hamlin back out into that second spot. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Chris Buescher, after a dominant performance, 86 laps out in front, down the backstretch for the final time. The 30-year-old from Prosper, Texas, which, by the way, has a population of 30,000, is going to win in front of more here in Richmond. Buescher wins at the short track.
They're wrecking in the back of the field. Cars spinning.
Can we make that comment early?
Back at the short track for sure.
Crew coming out.
The pride of Prosper, Texas gets a win here at Richmond. RFK dominant here on a warm Sunday afternoon. Richmond race fans, Chris Buescher is your winner. Love to see this celebration with this race team. This organization has worked so hard to get to this point and back to victory lane. Of course, won Bristol, as we showed a moment ago last year. But this one guarantees their spot in the playoffs. And that's worth a hug for everybody on the race team. Scott Graves, his crew chief, comes in on a hot and exhausting day. I think he'll find a way to celebrate a little bit more. Helmet coming off. Boy, what was your thought when that caution came out, Chris? What were you thinking? Because you had it in hand.
Yeah, it was smooth sailing there, trying to take care of this fast on Mustang, and these guys over at RFK, the 17 team gave me a great hot rod. This thing was so good, and just trying to take care of it there. And about the time Scott came over the radio and said, "That's working perfect. Keep it up." Caution. But yeah, that's about right. But I knew even on our green flag stuff, we were so strong during the race, so I had a good feeling about it there. So pretty awesome to pull it off. Proud of everybody, because that was a long way from the back this morning, so heck of a race for us.
It was 7 days ago that I was talking to your crew chief, Scott Graves, and he said, we're a 6th to 15th place car right now. As an organization, we need to take a step forward. Are you surprised it came so quickly and in such dominant fashion?
We've had this one circled since last fall, so I was really hopeful this could be the one that would turn the page for us, and sure enough, right off the truck, I thought it was. So I hate that qualifying went the way it did, because I was sitting there just beating myself up trying to figure out what we're going to do from there. But made the victory lane here in Richmond. I told you to flood this place 3 years ago, so my opinions are changing quite a bit here, and man, what a day there. That's awesome.
I know it was fun racing the boss. Is there a way to describe to the fans here and the fans at home how much work has gone into this for RFK to get back to victory lane?
Probably not. I mean, there's so much that's happened in 15 years I've been there. But the last 2 years, last 18 months, just to see the turnaround, new car kind of being a good reset for us, to be able to be competing for wins at a lot of different styles of racetracks, and a couple checkered flags now. Some great pit strategy there, some great pit stops. You know, it's every department working hard to make this happen and get us this checkered flag. We've been talking about this a lot, and you don't get to ask me about points anymore.
There you go. No more talk about points because they are guaranteed, Rick, to be in the playoffs. Chris Buescher, the 17 team.
Truex now trying the high side. It's cost him a little bit in the corner, but a little bit of speed down the straightaway, just not enough. Whacking into one, though.
1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. There's been 6 last lap passes here at Michigan. Will this be number 7? Or can Chris Buescher hang on and go back-to-back after winning on a short track a week ago? What will the 19 try?
3 to the bottom.
Down to the bottom of the racetrack he goes. He's closed the gap. Off of turn 4. Buescher is going to do it. He goes back-to-back. He'll win in Michigan. On an overcast Monday, Chris Buescher celebrating, and he should celebrate after beating Mark Truex Jr., who this weekend was the dominant car. This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advance Auto Parts.
Before Chris won last week, Ford had 2 wins on the season. Now they've gone back-to-back. I think that answers the question, and Ford has found what they need to finish this year strong.
And doing it at the right time. Only 3 races until the playoffs start. Hard-fought race for Mark Truex Jr. on the left side of the screen. Ends up second. It was a 10th and a half that separated the top 2. Hamlin finishes 3rd, and driver owner Brad Keselowski brings his Ford home in 4th. Kyle Larson was 5th. Marty.
It has been 10 years since Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing won at Michigan. That was with Greg Biffle. They do it today with Chris Buescher, win number 14, more than any organization here at Jack Roush's home racetrack. The crew coming in for a hug as well for Chris Buescher, who goes back-to-back. As you mentioned, Rick, 9 straight for Ford here at MIS. Welcome back. It's been all of 8 days, right? So congratulations on the back-to-back wins. Brad said earlier this week, that's the next step, multi-wins. But did you honestly expect it to come this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, that was our plan, right? That's what we come to do every weekend. So first off, just thank you for all the fans that hung out here on Monday with us. It's awesome. Glad we got to get this whole thing in. I know it's been a long weekend, but no, this Castrol's Mustang was so good in practice qualifying. This team gave me a great car again, and had to work for that one too, and hard racing there at the end, and Martin was very clean with me, and I appreciate that. And get to go to Victory Lane 2 weeks in a row, so that's pretty awesome.
I think these fans thought this was Martin Truex Jr.'s race. How did you guys, first of all, make the car better, and then how did you hold them off after 2 hard charges from the 19?
I think that's the same thing I said yesterday. He came by us a few times and was flying, so some really good changes. I got this Mustang in a good place to win here at Michigan for Ford, for Jack. Brad's home track. It's everybody's home track on our team but me, so it's a cool victory here. I gotta say, missing my wife. She hasn't been at the last 2 wins now, so 3 wins. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna have to get her to a racetrack soon. So, but I didn't thank her last week, and I know she puts up with a lot. So, wish she was here, and we'll get to celebrate now.
Back-to-back for you. Brad finishes 4th today, your boss man. What kind of statement is that? Is RFK saying, hey, we're the best Ford team in the garage area right now?
I mean, results will do it, right? And, we've got work to do yet, but that's massive progress right there for us to do 2 vastly different racetracks. And we got road races coming up. I'm excited for those too, and Daytona. So, I don't know, I look at the schedule we have ahead of us, and this is a heck of a time to get turned on and get rolling.
What an effort for Chris Buescher, Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing in front of the Michigan fans. Jack Roush's home racetrack. He puts it in victory lane back-to-back weeks, Rick.